Well, Jack, the Edmonton Oilers win streak comes to an end at 16 games with a 3-1 final here in Vegas. Pleased to welcome in Sportsnet's Jack Michaels. And Jack, when you look at tonight's game, I mean, it was a tightly contested affair, a playoff-like atmosphere. I know tonight was game number 46 in the Edmonton Oilers schedule, but if you presented me the game tape without any context, I would have guessed that was a playoff game.
Well, it certainly felt like it. I mean, I think what we saw on Tuesday night in Vegas was two teams that are probably on a short list of about 7 or 8 that can realistically win the Stanley Cup, playing close to their very best, playing, close as you can to playoff-style hockey without it actually being the Stanley Cup playoffs. And I think Vegas matched what Edmonton brought. I thought the Oilers played better tonight than in close to half of their wins during the 16-game winning streak. I really do. And if Edmonton plays this way down the stretch, they're going to win a lot of hockey games, and they're going to challenge for their first division title since 1987. So even though it goes in the loss column, I think to some degree Edmonton can feel better about its performance tonight than in a few of the wins, especially toward the tail end of the winning streak. And you heard Chris Knobloch talk about that at various times near the end of the streak and even going into the All-Star break.
So what was the difference tonight, Jack?
Well, I think it starts with the man in the crease tonight, Adin Hill. I mean, Stuart Skinner so often during the course of this 16-game winning streak has been one save or maybe more better than the opposing goaltender. Tonight he wasn't, and Stuart Skinner gave up 2 goals. I mean, he was very good. I mean, Skinner still played to a .950 save percentage, over his last 17 games. But Adin Hill, who came in to that playoff series at a crucial time, with the Oilers perhaps threatening to take over the series in games 3 and 4 in Edmonton, it was Adin Hill who came in and delivered a shutout and got Vegas, back home and created a best-of-3 scenario, which the Golden Knights ultimately won. He was good in that series, and he was very good tonight. It's interesting how you can have similar goaltending results with 2 completely different styles.
Yeah.
Stuart Skinner, as he was again Tuesday night in Vegas, an economy of movement, poised as can be, makes it look like a Sunday afternoon in the park. Adin Hill, on the other hand, he made a couple of saves tonight with his back to the play, post to post, exploding from one side to the other, but highly effective. And at the end of the night, he was 1 save better than Stuart Skinner. And as you know, over the course of an 82-game season, it certainly happened a lot in Edmonton's first 20 games. Sometimes the other goalie is just 1 save better.
Yeah, Connor McDavid, just like you, Jack, said the primary difference was the man between the pipes for the Vegas Golden Knights.
And that's nothing against Skinner, just to reiterate
Skinner was
that point.
excellent. Yeah. Skinner was excellent, but Adin Hill turned aside 30 of 31 Edmonton shots tonight. But I ask you, Jack, from December 21st till February 6th, what did you learn most about the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, first of all, I'm the last time we did one of these after an Oiler loss, I was still limping around on Long Island. December 19th was the last loss, and the Oilers, really turned their season around with a back-to-back come-from-behind victories in the third period against the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. And coming into tonight, and coming into Tuesday, Edmonton had outscored the opposition 33-7. In the third period and overtime. Vegas got the only 2 goals in the third period tonight. This was a well-earned victory for Vegas. This was a hard luck loss for Edmonton because they did hit a couple pipes against Adin Hill tonight. But I think ultimately this again sets another standard that the Oilers will file away for future dates, because I have a feeling that Edmonton is going to see this team again. And I have a fairly strong feeling that Edmonton is going to have to beat the Vegas Golden Knights in a best-of-7 series if the Oilers are to achieve their ultimate goal, which, of course, is the Stanley Cup. So what did I learn about the Oilers during the course of the 16-game winning streak? I'll go back to what we talked about at the beginning of this segment. The 2 teams that played tonight are going to have a hand in who wins the Stanley Cup this year. Neither of them may win it, but they're going to have a say in who's at the final table.
How's the foot holding up, by the way?
Oh, the foot's 100%. I'm ready to go. December 19th was so long ago. I actually came down here, and I'm sure you were thinking the same thing. I don't know whether you asked the players, but it was a strange feeling after 49 days to come down and do this segment with you after a loss, because to be honest with you, I kind of forgot. Now that I look, I mean, I do recognize you, but it's been a while since I recognized you after a defeat.
Well, that injury is well behind you, and much like Matthias Ekholm said post-game, now the win streak is behind them. They can focus on the little things once again, and he said they hope that they can start a new streak in their next game. And that next game is on Friday night against the Anaheim Ducks to kick off a California back-to-back.